Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Alright, thank you. Alright, we finally got our ball joint nut on now. I want to show you what I did here. I took a chain. It's going to be kind of hard to explain, but if you look right here, I went ahead and hooked the chain to the bottom of front of my floor jack. I went up through the body there where the control arm is, and I hooked it on to the subframe. Now what does that do, Dylan, when you do that type of situation?
So you can...
Hold on, bud. What?
So you can push the A-frame up in
You push the A-frame up without lifting the car up in the air.
Exactly. Because you're actually putting pressure on the spring.
You're putting pressure on the... There you go, dude. So it's sucking everything together. Exactly. So there you go. We got our strut assembly installed. We got our spring installed. If Dylan could get on there and get all that fucking chain shit out of there, I'd really appreciate it. I've been crawling on my back all day while you've been Mr. Technical Assistant. There you go. There you go, right there. That's it, dude. Okay. And we went ahead and put the strut exactly where it was when we took it off. So that's done. Now what we got to do, we're going to go ahead and remove all of this old bullshit that you see right here. And I've already stripped down the old control arm, if you look right there. And I got the backing plate, I got the rotor, I got the caliper bracket, and everything else that we're going to need to transfer that from this. Once again, we had to go buy a brand new rack, all right, because the 97 rack is different than the 95. It has a different throw and a different pattern. And Dylan went ahead and changed out the lines for us. We went ahead and we were a pal and replaced the tie rod ends for the owner. So that's all brand new now, and we don't have to worry about broken boots, this, that, and the other. But yeah, this is a big fucking job. Plain and simple. That's what it is. It's a big job, and it's a major, major disaster. We are now on day 2 of working on this front suspension and transferring it over from one car to the other. And we still got to put in the rack, and we probably won't be doing that till tomorrow because we got to put all the brakes and hook all that stuff back up. But we'll get there, because that's the plan that we have. Is we will not give up until the job is done, and it's done right. So what we're looking at here, we're looking at a used rotor, a used caliper, this, that, and the other. The other ones were still in good shape, so we're going to go ahead and transfer these over now. The situation that I want to show everybody out there is it takes a few different tools to do all this. It's not like, you know, you think, just easy, simple, bam, thank you, ma'am, type deal. Let's say, for instance, on the caliper itself, okay, I'm just going to show you this. On the bottom bolt of the caliper, you're going to use an external, a male Torx socket. Do you see what I'm showing you there, Dylan? Do you see that?
Yeah.
But on the upper one, you're going to be using a female Torx socket. So you really got to pay attention to the tools at hand that you really need for the job. So as we come down here on the bottom, we're going to go ahead and bust that loose and get that out of there. Just like so. And then the top one's a little bit more trickier. It's got some kind of oddball boot on it. We're going to try to save that boot. If you can give me a little screwdriver, Dylan, I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you right now the reason this is on here, because this is called a quick change system. To change these brakes, really all you have to do is flip it up like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so this would be your quick change system right here. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this. Well, look what we got there, bud.
Slide it on, slide it off.
Slides on, slides off. That's called a quick change. Okay, so you really don't need to use the top bolt. You don't need to even take that off. And you know, my friend Pete's here to let you know that I learned from my mistakes too. As we look at the other caliper, if you can hand it to me, Dylan. Okay. I really didn't realize that, you know, that was a quick change system there. I didn't realize that, and what I did, I went ahead and fucked that boot up. So be careful what you do, and always take your time, because that's what happens in situations when you're trying to make a rhyme. Does that make sense? Yeah. No. It's basically when you're trying to get in a fucking hurry and get shit done, and you're pissed off and you got your mind on other crap. Okay? That's what that means. So we'll go ahead and remove this bracket here, just like so. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and use this bracket. If you can take that wire brush and clean it up a little bit while I start swapping shit out here. And I need that wire brush too to clean this off. There you go. Let me see that. Because this is our anti-brake sensor system here. Anti-lock or whatever you fucking call it. It has something to do with something, dude. And we want to make sure that's nice and clean. What I'm going to do to remove this, now this has got, they call these Big Daddy 1/4-inch pop rivets on here. Now these are steel rivets, and they're very hard to get off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my air chisel and I'm just going to knock them off. Just like that. And then we're ready to go ahead and install. Where's that? Our other pad cover, our dust cover. It goes just like this, if we can figure it out. Alright, not that way. What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, right.
There's no fucking way, Dylan.
No, get more.
Okay, there it is, right there. Where? Alright, right. No, you're wrong, dude.
There you go.
Something's fucked up here. There it is, right here, dude. Let me go get the rivets, I'll be right back. Before I install those, what I want to do, I'm going to take my 1/4-inch drill, I'm going to go ahead and run, just kind of clean those holes out. And so we won't have any problem whatsoever. And then we're going to take our rivet. Where's the other one? I just had, there it is. Now we're going to see, there you go. See there? That's what we're talking about.
Yep.
So go ahead and get this on there just like this. Put that rivet in there to hold it. And then we're going to take the other rivet and we'll go ahead and line it up. And if you can hold that right there, Dylan, so it doesn't pop out. Let's make sure this one is lined up. And it should be. Yes. And then we got a special rivet gun here. This is old but still works, right? And we're going to go ahead and install our rivets just like so. Now, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and get our rotor. And we'll put that on. Now, this is the rotor that the owner, the original rotor, if you notice, it's in very good shape. Before we put that rotor on, though, you know what I'd like to do?
What's that?
Since I can see everything right here,
Hook up your ABS.
I want to go ahead and hook this ABS situation up here and get it all in line, because I can see what's going on from through here real good, see? And if you look right here, I don't know if you can get the camera around this area here, you can see how little that nut is, alright? That's a very, very small, that's a 1/4-inch nut, and you aren't getting the socket on it. We'll stick the rotor on here, just like so. We're going to go ahead and install this, just like this. Get that motherfucker started, Jesus. This is getting a bit of pain in the ass, bub. And what we'll do is we'll slide our pads in, just like so. Then we'll go ahead and take our caliper that my friend Pete fucked up. I'm sorry about that, but shit happens. Do you understand?
Yep.
That's the way it goes. Well, I'm not fucking perfect, bub. And then we're going to go ahead and slide that on, and it should fit right on there. And then we will go ahead and take our bolt, slide it in, and screw it on. On this type of bolt, it's better to do this type of work by hand instead of using air tools to put it back together, because if you strip this out or fuck this up, you're really going to get screwed. And last final chore that we have is putting our brake line back on, which is right here. If I can get that, there it is. We're going to go ahead and slide this back in where it goes. Make sure that it fits properly. I don't think that's...
And make sure your
Copper washers are on it.
there you go.
Good point. Okay, that's it. The last and final thing that we really need to do that's important is we need to go ahead and put brake fluid in our master cylinder and bleed our brakes. So, what you have seen, we have taken the wrecked vehicle, we have taken all the suspension. If you look right here, you can see what we got. Now Dylan says that that control arm down there, that lower control arm, looks like it's still usable. The problem that you have with control arms is you can't tell if they're bent or twisted. They can be slightly curved or slightly bent, and the problem is they're fucked up. Do you understand?
Yep.
Alright, so it's always better if you have another one to replace it. Now I did go ahead and tighten up our control arm bolts once it was all set in. And now this has all been replaced. It's all brand new. You can see that it sits in here very nicely. The last and final thing I got to do before we bleed our brakes is put the rack and pinion in. Now I would like to go ahead and show you how that goes in, but the situation we have, it's such a tight area up inside the vehicle that it's basically impossible to get under there and literally show you laying down on the ground. So there you go. One big mess, one big sloppy mess, and the nightmare's still not over. Look at the frame that we got to get straightened here or replace. We're not even half done with this crushed in collision repair yet. We're not even halfway there. All we did is make it where you can actually roll it and get it over to the frame machine shop and let them do their trick. And then once we get it back, then we'll come back and replace everything that needs replaced. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. We got Dylan over here learning just like you are, watching and listening like he should be doing. Unlike other people we know, we don't want to mention names, and if that might be you, for instance. I don't even know your fucking name. But you might not be listening. You might be sitting there laughing at me because you think I'm a joke. But if that's how you watch, listen, and learn, more power to you. My friend Pete, your friend Pete, everybody's friend Pete, trying to show you that I fuck up too. We'll see you later. Am I right?
That's right. Everybody does.
There you go. Everybody fucks up. I fucked up. I fucked up today. So what? I'm still doing it.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.